Hello, viewers. Welcome back to our channel, Footnotes Sports Extreme. We are always here to bring you the breakdown analysis of all sporting activities. Viewers, please, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, kindly click on the subscription button to get all notifications of our videos. Okay, viewers. Today I have with me Freddie and Fifi. Fifi and Frederick, welcome back to Footnotes Sports Extreme.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, MC, for hosting us today too.
Okay, so on our last episode, people were calling in and were saying, okay, we really love the analysis that your guys gave us and other stuff, and I was pleased. And today's section, we're going to talk about the Copa America and the Euros. Fifi, last time you gave us an analysis about the Brazil and the Argentina, and you said you gave a prediction trying to see a beautiful Brazil playing against Argentina, and truly they are up on the finals that is coming on Saturday. So can we talk a little about these two teams? What are we expecting? We know that, as you said the other time, Copa America is a really intense game. So I'm going to leave it out to you to tell us more what exactly we should expect on Saturday, starting with Freddie.
Once again, I'd like to welcome your viewers to the show. And with regards to the Copa America, Brazil and Argentina in the finals, it was quite expected for everyone because the kind of football both teams had played in the group stages, they gave it their all. And coming into the game, Brazil versus Peru was a nice game. We were expecting a walloping actually for my end, but then it turned out to be a lone goal by I think it was Paqueta, right, who scored the winning goal. Lucas Paqueta scored the winning goal for Brazil, and actually they missed Gabriel Jesus through the red card they had in the quarterfinals. In the game, Brazil did well. Defensively, they were so organized, and also they had a very good keeper who saved them a couple of times because the Peruvians were playing on the break, and the keeper had to come to their rescue most of the times. And in the whole, the Brazilian team was good. Neymar did his thing, he controlled the game absolutely well, and they were able to win by a goal and go to the final. And with the Argentinian side, this morning against Colombia, we know the little magician was in action and he was so superb in the game. There were tackles flying in left and right trying to get him, but then you know him already. He will try to maneuver his way through, and he gave the beautiful assist to this guy. What's the guy from Inter Milan? Martinez, and he scored that goal. And there is one thing I've realized about this Argentinian team. Previously, their defense was not that good, and they didn't really have a solid goalkeeper. But now they have the person in the name of Emiliano Martinez, who is very good. He saved 3 sports kits from the penalty spot, and it was so good. That's what's going to propel them. That's what propelled them to the final. And I'm hoping in the final, he's going to stand tall. But then, I'm a Brazilian fan, and I'm hoping and praying Neymar wins it so that Messi goes to finals.
Okay. All right, P. So can we hear from you, since you gave the right prediction to see a beautiful Brazil play Argentina?
Yeah, for those of us who are ardent followers of South American football, we know how crunchy that football is. As I said in our last edition, I said that to me it is the toughest football competition on earth, because referees allow several wicked and terrible tackles to go unpunished. And if you watched this dawn's game between Argentina and Colombia, quite clearly, if the referee had to be from Europe, we could see Colombia getting probably about 5 red cards in the game. It was so terrible, and at a point I was asking myself that how do these players recover themselves to play the next game, because there's so much contact, on the pitch. But overall, one intriguing thing about this Argentina side is the tactical switch that Scaloni is using. Previously Argentina tries to play Di Maria and the others in a 4-3-3 formation, or sometimes in a 4-2-3-1 formation. But in this particular Copa America, Scaloni is sticking to 4-4-1-1, trying to ensure that they have numerical advantage in the middle. So Argentina plays very compact. Most people know Argentina to play, quite an expansive football, but in their previous games that they've played in this competition, they are actually not the brilliant side. They are playing just for results. Their game against Ecuador was 3-0. If you followed the game, they had an early goal, they fell back, and they had 2 late goals. It was not a good reflection of the game. You would think Argentina dominated the game. No, they didn't. They just tried to grind out the results. And again, against Colombia, it was a similar pattern. Scored an early goal, went to bed, tried to close up the spaces, and unfortunately, they conceded a goal. And then it was after 75 minutes before they started getting themselves into the game, when Di Maria came on to take part of the load off Lionel Messi's shoulders. I think it is something that I admire and I like about this Scaloni's team, because you can't always win by being the good boys. There are times you need to find alternate ways of getting your results, and I'm happy. But in the finals, I am hoping Argentina for the first time will be the team that is playing on the back foot. Normally I always say that the team that plays compact ends up winning a final. And in previous competitions between Brazil and Argentina, Brazil tries to play compact, and then Argentina holds up the ball, and in the end, Brazil comes out victors. I am hoping that based on what I have seen in the previous games from Argentina, I'm expecting Argentina to stick to the 4-4-1-1. I expect them to stick to the mid block and transition into a low block when they get an early goal. I am not expecting Argentina to commit men forward. The good thing is that both teams are having superb goalkeepers, so we'll be in for a fantastic penalty shootout. The advantage that Argentina has with Emiliano is that area balls, he comes in to collect for them, which Argentines are not so tall. Apart from Pezzella, who has relatively a good height. In their back line, the rest are not tall. Otamendi is short, Tagliafico is short, Molina is short. When you come to the middle, it is Guido Rodriguez that is also a bit tall, and then probably the other man from Udinese who are signed for Atletico Madrid is also relatively tall. But I expect a very formidable final. Brazil has the advantage because they are playing at home, and at the same time they have experienced man Thiago Silva back in the lineup, organizing things at the back. They have Fred and then Casemiro, who are very tough and rugged, which means Messi is still going to take a lot of hits and kicks. When you move up front, they have pacey wingers like Richarlison, who can pick the ball and beat a man or two. Because in today's game, Argentina was struggling to contain Luis Diaz, and if Colombia had another player who could attack from the other side, Argentina would have really struggled and suffered. And only Luis Diaz, they had to change players just to contain Luis Diaz, because Molina got a yellow card, took him off, and then they brought Montiel, and Montiel came to take a yellow card just because of one player. Guido Rodriguez also took a yellow card because of the same player. So I am quite worried for Argentina, how they are going to contain the tridents of Brazil. I know Neymar is going to do his usual delay tactics and dive and all that. I know he is not the main problem, but Richarlison is a problem for me. And if he gets a good day, we are in trouble with his pace and energy.
Okay, so Fee, now, if I may ask, who are you in support coming Saturday?
For me, I have always 100% been an Argentine fan. 100% since I started following football, there are two national teams that come even before my own country national team. That is Argentina and then Italy. Okay. My love for these two countries are beyond measure. And truth be told, in as much as I would wish and love Messi to win this, just to bury that GOAT argument once and for all, because if Messi wins this tournament, he buries the GOAT argument once and for all, because he is the player who has played in the most finals. He's lost a lot of finals, some through penalties, some through other players not putting in the best performance at the most crucial moment. He's not really had help at some point in the game. Now, I am hoping that Messi would win, because already Argentina has scored 11 goals and he has contributed 9 out of 11. That is almost 90% of the goals scored, and that is crazy. He's played 6 games. He's won 5 Man of the Man awards already. So by far, he is the best player of the tournament.
Okay.
By far. So,
all right.
I am worried for Argentina because Brazil is playing at home and Brazil knows how to grind results. They are a very tough and rugged physical team. But for the love of Argentina, I pray that luck will be on our side.
Okay, so viewers, we have Fifi to be an Argentine fan and Freddie as a Brazilian fan. Okay, so we'll come back on Saturday to know the actual results. So Freddie.
Yeah, let's see.
Freddie, you being a Brazilian fan, what are you going to say? So that we'll move on to the Eagles.
Okay, Fifi has spoken well, and he was saying some players did not turn up when they played the World Cup final and they had to miss certain chances. But I believe if the other players are missing a chance, you can equally score. What happened when he had a penalty to shoot and make sure they had won the trophy from Chile? What did he do? He missed it. You can't blame Higuain and Co for that. I'm hoping he does not win any major tournament, and so that we would still come to the fact that Cristiano dos Santos Aveiro Ronaldo is the greatest of all. So coming back to this argument, the Brazil versus Argentina match. Similarly, I'm expected 4-2-3-1 formation, just as they played against Peru, with Casemiro and Fred in the middle, and as you said, the trident of Messi, Richarlison, Neymar, and what's his name, Paqueta, to come in and just hold up play. And we know Messi is going to be tough. He's going to be a very, 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 very difficult person to stop in this match. But then I believe with the pace of Fred, he will be able to chase. We all know from last season that Fred can run throughout the whole 90 minutes without getting tired. And we are just hoping and praying he can stop Lionel Messi. It's a very difficult task. We all know that. Every football fan knows that. It's a very difficult task because Casemiro alone cannot do that job. And I know they are going to rely on the experience of Thiago Silva and Marquinhos at the back to make sure the defensive network is solid to prevent the Argentines from coming in. And if, as Fifi said, if Scaloni goes with benching Di Maria and bringing the second half, it's going to be an issue because the time Di Maria comes in, most of the defenders will be tired. And if Di Maria comes in and you are tired, trust me, that's going to be hell for you as a defender. It's going to be very, very difficult. So I'm hoping the Brazilians will keep their composure, play compact, because if you play compact against Lionel Messi, it's going to be difficult, but at least you can kind of restrict him a little bit. And I'm expecting Fred to do a lot of work. And as he said, Richarlison, he's the man of the moment. He's the one working behind the scene, even though Lionel Messi, Neymar is the poster boy for Brazil, but then Richarlison's energy and effort in games alone, my friend, it's not easy. He's been putting in a lot of work to make sure that the team progresses. And I'm expecting him to come up in the final and avail himself to the world and show that yes, he has arrived. But I know Emiliano Martinez is going to be stubborn when it gets to the shootout. But Brazil will not take the match to penalty kicks. No, it won't get there. They'll kill the match in 90 minutes.
All right. So, viewers, we have an Argentine fan and a Brazilian fan. We will going to see on Saturday who wins the thing. Okay, so viewers, if you're watching us and you are new to this channel, please kindly click the subscription button and subscribe to our channel. This is Footnotes Sports Extreme. We are here to bring you all sporting activities